Today, we're taking a look at my entire handbag collection with a special focus on all the bags I've sold in the last year, as well as the bags I've added in the last year. Before we get into my handbag collection, I just want to make a very brief but important announcement that this will be my last video for at least the next month. Nothing crazy is going on. I just need a break to focus on some other things that are going on in my life. Nothing super juicy, but I am going to be taking a hiatus from YouTube. I will still be posting over on my Instagram page. If you don't follow me over there, you can find me at Lula West Lux. And if you don't have notifications turned on, make sure you click that bell so when I do start uploading videos again, you'll be notified and you won't miss it. So let's dive into my bags. The last handbag collection video I published was a year ago. It was at the end of August, so let's see what's new and what's left my collection in the past year. We're going to start out with the contemporary handbags and then move on to the luxury handbags. For the contemporary bags, I'm not going to show you everything because I don't think you need to see my Longchamp totes again for the umpteenth time. If you want to see all of the contemporary brands that I own, like Coach, Longchamp, Tory Burch, that's all in my video last year. I'll have that linked at the end of this video. What I'm going to do today for the contemporary bags is just show you what's new that I've gotten in the past year. When we move on to the luxury handbags, I will show you everything. So let's take a look starting over here. This is the Josette bag from Dress Up Your Purse. This is, as you can see, very similar to the Hermes Picotin. Sorry for the crunching of the bubble wrap. So this is a bag that I got this past year. I bought it because I wanted to try out the Picotin style before buying a Picotin, and you will see that coming up shortly later in this video. So this is the first contemporary handbag that's new this year. I also just got the Brooklyn 28 from Coach just a couple weeks ago. I just did an unboxing video, so I won't talk about this bag too much. This is in the color Bluebell, and it does have antique brass hardware. I've been eyeing the Brooklyn bags for a while. There's just a peek at the inside. I really loved this bluebell color because I wanted this bag in a pop of color, and originally it retailed for $295. About a month or two ago, I saw this went on sale for $177, so I snapped this up. Again, this is the Brooklyn 28. So those are two new bags that I purchased. I also got two new contemporary bags, and these were both gifted to me. This is the Atelier Auguste Alma bag, and this is a really cute shoulder bag. As you can see, the chain does extend, but my one complaint is even with the chain extended, at least on me, it's too short to wear crossbody. But this, other than that, is a really, really great bag. As you can see, I have an insert and some stuffing inside. I do have a review on this bag if you're interested to see more of it. The second new bag, which I got, and again, this was very generously gifted to me by the brand, is the RSVP Duo. So the brand is RSVP, as you can see, Duo, because there's two compartments inside. There's also a slip pocket. This is a really phenomenal bag. I love this. The shoulder strap does fully extend to a crossbody strap. I really love the look of this. It reminds me a little bit of the Hermes Snap style. It has these two bright buttons on the front that are the inner magnets. So these are all of my new contemporary handbags that I've added since my last video. Let's move on now to my luxury designer bags, and I'm going to start out by telling you the 3 bags I've sold in the past year. Number 1 is the Louis Vuitton Dauphine Mini in the Monoglam colorway. This is such a beautiful bag, and I'm sure it won't surprise anybody to know that I sold this bag because in my last handbag collection video last year, I did say that that bag was on the chopping block. Even though I think it's a beautiful bag, I just didn't wear it. It's a little too loud for my personal style. A lot of people suggested that I could pair the bag with a simple outfit like a white t-shirt or a white button down and jeans. And while that was a very lovely suggestion, I just used my other bags more often and I couldn't justify having it sit in my closet. So I did sell my Monoglam Dauphine. The second bag I sold, which may surprise you, was another Louis Vuitton bag. And this was my Saint Cloud. I really loved this bag and I debated a long time whether or not I wanted to sell it, because I love the look and the style of this bag, but when it came down to actually using the bag, I didn't like it. It has a very rounded bottom on the bag. My items didn't fit nicely in the bag because of the rounded bottom, and I couldn't fit as many things in my bag as I wanted to. There was a lot of wasted space. So even though I love the look of this bag and I really loved it in that pink epi leather, I did decide to sell it because it just annoyed me whenever I used it. And the third and final bag, which I sold this past year, was one of my Saint Laurent bags, the YSL College Medium bag. And this was another one that surprised me because, again, I like the look of this bag and it is similar to other bags I own in this style, like the Coach Cassie. Actually, let me grab my Coach Cassie. The College was very similar, flap opening with the two compartments inside, but unlike the Coach Cassie, where it's really wide all the way across, the College sort of cinched in the middle where the divider was. So I couldn't fit as much as my Coach Cassie. So I found myself, whenever I was using this style bag, always gravitating to the Cassie and not using the College bag. So I felt it was pretty redundant to keep that bag in my collection, and I ended up selling it. So those are all the bags I sold. Let's take a look now at my luxury handbags, starting with everything that's not Louis Vuitton. Before we get into these bags, I do need to add that if you're interested in finding out more information about any of these bags, I will link my handbag reviews playlist in the video description box below, as well as my handbag unboxing playlist. So I have videos on all of these bags on one or both of those playlists. Let's look at the luxury bags I've just purchased this year. These are both very recent purchases, so if you watch my videos, you've probably seen these in the last few weeks. First up, we have my Hermes Picotin. I was so excited to get this bag. As you saw earlier in the video, I bought the Josette bag from the brand Dress Up Your Purse to try out this style. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but I ended up falling in love with it. So I went to the Hermes store and I was very lucky to be able to get this Picotin 18 size in the color gold, and this is in Clemence leather, and it does have the palladium hardware. So I just bought this a few months ago, maybe like 2 months ago. I've been using it a lot since then, and I absolutely love it. Here you can see inside. I did get an organizer from the brand Zumoni. I always love to use organizers in my bag. I use the really thin 1.2 millimeter, so it doesn't bulk up the bag at all. Sorry, this is a horrible angle to show you, but it really doesn't bulk up the bag at all. And I like the silky ones, and they just protect the inside of my bag, especially in a bag like the Picotin where it's not lined. It's just the back side of the leather inside the bag. So That is that. I am also affiliated with Zumoni, so if you're ever interested in bag inserts, I do have a code where you can get 20% off your purchase. The other new bag that I just bought is this Prada wicker bag. I had been wanting a wicker bag for a while, so I was so happy to get this one from Lusso and Lux. I follow her on Instagram. She is a fabulous reseller. If you're looking for any bags at good deals, highly recommend her. This is the Prada wicker bag, and I just got this like maybe a few weeks ago. This is the most recent bag I've purchased. So super happy to add this bag into my collection. Those are the two new ones. And then really quickly, I'll show you all the bags I've had for over the past year. And I need your help because at least one of these bags is on the chopping block, and I would love to get your opinion on it. First up, we have one of my favorite bags. This is the Chanel mini reissue, of course, in black with gold hardware. I don't use this bag a ton because it's a mini size, but I absolutely love it. This one is definitely staying in my collection. Love the mini reissue. I actually would love to get another reissue in a larger size that I could use day to day. That is on my wish list for one day. Another bag is the YSL Lou camera bag, and surprisingly, this bag is on the chopping block. I did get it about a year ago, but I just really haven't found myself reaching for it too much. I'm hesitating selling it because this is the only camera bag style that I have. Most of my other bags are flap bags, and I do really like it. It's also the only Saint Laurent bag in my collection now that I've sold the college bag, but I just don't find myself reaching for it too often. So I'm wondering if I should sell it or if I should just hang on to it for a little while longer, and maybe at some point in the future I'll start using it more often. We also have the Delvaux Mini Cool Box. This is in the color Vegetal, and this is in Torion leather. I really like this bag. I was not a huge fan of it when I first bought it, but it has grown on me since then. I'm not a huge fan of top handle only bags, and the crossbody strap attaches diagonally. So the hook for the crossbody strap is on the front on one side and it's on the back on the other side. So it attaches diagonally across the bag, and when I wear it crossbody, it's a little annoying. It doesn't stay put very nicely. However, since I've had this bag the past year, I have been using it more and more often as a top handle only bag, and I do actually really like it. So this is the Delvaux Cool Box Mini. It has grown on me. The last two bags are my Joseph Duclos Diane Messenger. Absolutely love this bag. Joseph Duclos is not a very well-known brand, but they are one of the few luxury brands that still hand sews their bags. And this is in their heritage leather. It's one of their minimally processed leathers. It's very similar to the Barania leather from Hermes, and this is just a stunning bag. This is the Diane Messenger. It does come with a crossbody strap, which I have inside the bag. You can see it comes in its own dust bag, and this is fully leather lined as well in a beautiful goatskin leather. Definitely one of the nicest bags I own. If you are at all interested in quiet luxury or low-key luxury or luxury that is still handmade and does still have exceptional quality, I highly recommend Joseph Duclos. I have quite a few videos on this bag, so you can just search my channel for Joseph Duclos, and I recommend checking out those videos for more information. Finally, the last bag I have before we move on to Louis Vuitton is my Loewe hammock bag. As you can see, I do have some stuffing in this bag. This does have a crossbody strap, which is tucked in the bag right now. I love the hammock bag. This is one of my super easy grab and go bags for the summer. It fits everything I could possibly want in it. You can wear the sides winged out or winged in. This is a great, great bag. I love the tan and black combination. And this is also one of the few bags I own with silver hardware, the Loewe hammock bag. If I remember correctly, this is in the size small, and as you can see, it's a pretty sizable bag. So now that we've gone through all of those, let me put these away and we will take a quick look at all of my Louis Vuitton bags. Here we are, and we're gonna get started with all of my canvas bags over here. Behind me, we will do the leather bags next, but I wanted to start with the canvas bags because I wanted to show you the new bags that I just got this year, which are canvas. From the collaboration with Takashi Murakami, I have the Louis Vuitton Speedy 20, and this is in the super flat flowers animation. I love this bag so much. This was in the first drop in January with the multicolor items. I was really happy to get this. It was the only piece I wanted. It does come with a crossbody strap, which is inside the bag. I have a video on this, so I won't go on too long about it. But this was the first Louis Vuitton bag that I bought this year. The second one is technically not a bag, but I wanted to include it in this video anyway because it just felt right. I also bought from the second chapter of the Takashi Murakami collaboration, the Cherry Blossoms. I also got the Nice Mini Vanity. This does have a bandeau tied on the top. I had a few people ask me about this. This is from the old astrology collaboration. This is the Virgo bandeau. It was discontinued a few years ago, but this was the second new bag I bought this year, the Nice Mini. You could attach a handle to the top and use it as a bag or just hand carry it, but I've only used it as a toiletry case so far. But these are actually the only two bags I've purchased this year from Louis Vuitton. That's it. One from each of the chapters with Takashi Murakami. The third drop, the Cherries collection, I didn't buy anything from that just because I liked these other two better. I wasn't a huge fan of the Cherries collection, so that was it. All the other pieces I bought from Louis Vuitton this year were just small leather goods. I got the Victorine wallet in empreinte leather, which is actually in one of the bags behind me. So if I remember, I will take it out and show it to you when I get to this bag. I also bought the Key Pouch Small this year, which was actually my favorite purchase of the year. Not a handbag purchase. Let me get these out of the way. This is what I would call my core collection of Louis Vuitton. These are all of my classics that I have in canvas. In monogram canvas, I have the Neverfull MM. This was actually my first Louis Vuitton bag, and it was pretty beat up over the years, but I replaced the Vachetta leather with Louis Vuitton last year, so she's looking good as new. There was also a scratch on the bottom of this bag that scratched into the canvas, and they replaced the bottom panel of the canvas for me as well. So she is looking like new yet again. The Neverfull MM. I also have the Pochette Accessoire in monogram canvas. This is the original style with the short shoulder leather strap. The new version has a chain strap as well and some pockets inside, but this is one of my originals. For the Dame Abine, we have two bags. We have the Speedy Bandolier 30. I love this bag. This is a great travel bag for weekend trips, day trips out. I really love that bag. And oof, the other one I have is the Alma PM in Dame Bean. I haven't worn this bag in a little while, but I do like it. I tend to wear the Dame Bean more in the fall and winter, so I'll probably bring this one out again soon. And then for Damier Azur, all I have is the Alma BB. I love this bag. This was from a special collection, I believe 2022 or 2023, the Spring in the City collection. So it has a treated white leather instead of the vachetta that we usually see with the Damier Azur. It also has these beautiful braided handles, and it does come with a crossbody strap as well, which is stored inside the bag right now. So these are all of my classic canvas bags. Let's take a look over now at all of my leather bags. Since I sold my St. Cloud in the pink epi leather, I only have 2 epi leather bags left. This is the Morel tote bag, and I believe this was actually recently discontinued. I don't see it anymore on the Louis Vuitton website, and I did see this bag recently on the site 24S, which, if you don't know, is a site owned by LVMH, and you can find Louis Vuitton from previous seasons on 24S. So I saw this Morel tote pop up on that website, so I'm like 99% sure this was discontinued. Just the Morel tote. I'm not sure about the entire Morel line. There are smaller versions that aren't the tote. But yeah, this is my Morel tote. And I also have the Clooney, which is one of my favorite bags from Louis Vuitton. This bag is so underrated. It's so classy, so chic. Love the Clooney. This is an older version. The newer version has a different handle attachment here, and it does come in canvas as well. I love this, especially in epi leather. It does come with a crossbody strap. This was another great pre-loved find. I bought this from Rebecca B. Luxury over on Instagram. She is another reseller I highly recommend. I bought this from her, I think, a couple years ago. Let's take a look now at all of my Empreinte leather bags. First up, we have my second Neverfull tote. This is the Neverfull MM in black Empreinte leather. As you can see, I have a pillow inside to help it keep its shape. And this is a bag I haven't used a lot lately, and I really need to show this bag some more love. Love the Neverfull MM, and I really love it in this Empreinte leather. It's super durable. The other bags I own are all in seasonal colors. We have the Felicie Pochette in red. I showed this in a video, I think a week or 2 ago. This bag is being re-released in red again. So if you missed out on the original red Felicie Pochette, it will be re-released at the end of this month. It'll actually probably be out by the time this video goes up. So the Felicie Pochette in red. I also have the Speedy 25 in wine. This was the fall seasonal color a couple years ago. I'll get it a little bit closer to the camera so you can see it better. This is being re-released in the Speedy 20 size. I believe it's the Speedy 20 only. Again, at the end of August in the color Granat, which is garnet. So this is being re-released in a very similar color. I have the Speedy 25. This year it's coming out in the Speedy 20 size. So that is the Speedy. And then the 2 brown seasonal colors that I have are Arizona. This is the Neo Noe MM. And this is, of course, you can see the bicolor Arizona with cream for the monogram print. I love this bag. This is my most complimented bag. Whenever I wear this out, I always get compliments on it. I'm usually not a huge fan of the giant bicolor, but I really love this one. Again, this is the Neo Noe MM. And then I have the bag I'm currently using. This is the Carryall PM. This is in last year's fall seasonal color. This is cognac. And this is the bag I'm currently using. So I did not forget. Let me take out my wallet. This is the wallet I bought earlier this year, I believe in February, March. This is the color chocolate, and this was a seasonal color from this spring. So as you can see, compared to the cognac, chocolate is a really, really dark brown, almost black, but not quite. Here's actually my Neverfull right down here. So you can see compared to the black, you can definitely see it's a little more brown. So these are all of my Louis Vuitton bags. Let me put these back up here. This is my collection as of August 2025. I would love to know what you think of possibly selling the Saint Laurent Lou camera bag. Should I get rid of it because I'm not reaching for it, or hang on to it for a little while longer? I would also love to know what bags you've purchased or sold this year. As always, I will link to another video up here for you to watch next, and I'll see you in the next one.